guys, Katie here with Usborne Book Battalion. I have a couple books that I want to share that I'm going to group into a government slash history slash politics category. And so I put them together for the purposes of this video, and they're all new releases from January 2018 or March 2018. So the first one is A Short History of the World, and this book is just that, a short history of the world. It has this great little contents flowchart here in the front that talks about the different sections of time that are covered in this book. We have the ancient world, the medieval world, early modern world, and the modern world. And I think they did a really good job of breaking up this information into kind of not quite bite-sized pieces. It's more text than most of our books, but you'll see some of the pages have tons of illustrations. It's really engaging and exciting. There's lots of things to look at, and it's a really good way to break up a topic that could be very overwhelming if just written textbook style. So I just love all the little illustrations throughout, and the topics that they cover throughout this book are, some of them are kind of different. They're kind of obscure topics that you wouldn't see in a normal textbook or reference book, but that's why I love this one. I just think it's a different approach to history, and there's a little bit of politics in here. There's a little bit of religion in here as well, and a little bit of like health. Here we talk about health and sanitation. Talks about industrial innovations and inventions. So you can see lots of different topics are covered in this. There's large sections about war and conflict between countries. Talks about the Great Wall. Just really neat information inside this one. And it's kind of like a small, it's not quite pocket sized, but it's a small little compact book. And it would be a really great resource if you've got kiddos that just really love history, because there's so much cool information packed in there that's different than your normal textbook. So next up we have Understanding Politics and Government, and I'm not gonna lie, I totally need this book for myself. So this book really is a general overview of politics and government, which if you're like me and you don't remember a whole lot from your high school government class, this is a great resource, especially when your kiddos start learning about these things at school and you want to be educated and be able to help them out with their homework or with assignments. But they do a really good job in this book of covering different types of government from different countries, governments of the past, current governments, they give lots of scenarios of like what would happen if XYZ. And I think that's really important because of course kids have questions like that. You know, what would happen if this is how the election went? Or here we go, when voting goes wrong. Talks about some of the issues that fall within our politics and government topics here. Talks about revolutions, fixing problems. So really a cool way to learn about politics and government, because I feel like this book is really colorful and engaging. There's lots of illustrations. It's broken down, you can see, into kind of bite-sized chunks. So it's not super overwhelming versus a normal, like I remember my government textbook in high school. That thing was huge and it was all text. There were like hardly any pictures. So this is definitely a better option in my opinion, especially for younger kids that, you know, really want to learn about this, but, you know, aren't quite ready for that big high school sized textbook. So that's Understanding Politics and Government. The next one is Amazing Women. This book I just love. I think it's so cool that we finally came out with an awesome book like this that really highlights some incredible women. So you can see here the table of contents, all the women who are featured in this book. We've got little blurbs, like a fourth of spread size, half a page size. We've got full page. There's also some full spread options listed in here too. So people that there was more information about, they got a whole spread. There you go, Amelia Earhart. She gets her own spread. So it's a really great option if you've got kiddos who really love learning about people in history, influential people. If you've got kids that are working on projects that are going to involve, picking a celebrity or a famous person in history and writing about them, this could be a really good resource for at least getting started with their research. You'll see, some of them don't have a ton of information, so I won't say that this is good enough for your kiddos to be able to write an entire paper about one person, but it would at least get them started. They could read through here, try to find somebody that they want to research further. And the great thing is there is a total wide range of people covered in this book, from politicians, musicians, artists, public figures, celebrities. Just really cool the way that they kind of worked all those different people into this one great book. And then it ends with the next amazing woman is you. So really great resource for our wonderful young women out there, and our boys too. It's important for them to check out some amazing women in history as well. There's a great glossary in the back. So that's Amazing Women. And lastly, in our government and politics topic, we have 50 states in every vehicle. So this one is a little bit more on the geography side, but I figured it kind of fit because they do talk about lots of different monuments and landmarks within the U.S. While we're on this great road trip, pretty much. There's other vehicles used, but lots of it is road tripping. And there's little like activities, kind of maze-like, like it'll ask a question that they have to kind of follow the maze and figure out what the answer is going to be. But this is a great one for travel, if you want to kind of introduce the idea of traveling to your kids beforehand. It's great to take with you on travel. And it's really a fun way to talk about kind of what each state has as their big things that they're known for, or landmarks that are in certain states. You want to really introduce your kids to that at an early age, because this is definitely geared for a younger audience, but really just a fun way to talk about all 50 states and do it from every vehicle. So that is my quick overview of some of our politics / history / government style books that are all brand new from early 2018. So you can check all those out, plus the rest of the new releases on my website, usbornebookbattalion.com. Thanks for watching.